This video will show you how to build and set up the Tilta Nucleus M on our Arri Alexa camera package from the LSBU Kitroom. Firstly, you need to attach your focus and iris motor to your camera system. For your iris gear to have a good point of contact on your lens, you need to use the bottom 50mm rails. Always ensure your focus gear is attached tightly to your 50mm rods, and that you always have a solid point of contact between your focus gear and your lens gear. To test this before you put power on your focus gears, turn the lens when it's attached and it should push the gear smoothly. The focus gear can either be put on one of these bottom rails, or alternatively, there is two small 50mm rail jut outs at the top of your cage, which you can use to attach your focus motor. These are entirely up to your preference. To power your motors, you need to use the supplied D-tap to LEMO cable. Plug this in to one of the D-tap outs from your battery plate. Keep your cabling tidy by threading this through part of the cage of the Alexa Mini and plug it into one of the LEMO inputs on your focus motor. You will see a red dot on your connector and your port. Match these up to safely push in the connector. Now grab one of the other LEMO connection cables. There is a short cable and a long cable. Use each one respectively depending on how far away your motors are from each other. Plug this into the other output of your focus motor. Now plug the other end into your iris motor. This follow focus kit comes with two control units, the FIZ hand unit, as well as a set of hand grips that allow you to control the motors if operating from a handheld position. To mount these in your camera rig, secure the universal hand grip attachment to the 50mm rails at the front of your Alexa. Now use the Rosette attachments at the top of each hand grip to secure these to your rig. We will now look through each device's display material, the FIZ unit, motors and handle grips, to better understand what the signage means and how they sync together. Let's start with the FIZ unit. To power on your FIZ unit, hold this button for 2 seconds. These two indicators show the battery level and voltage. If you are using this with a camera which supports remote triggering, this will indicate when you are recording or not. This indicates what is currently sending a wireless signal to your motors. When the FIZ unit is in control, it will say master. When the handles are in control, it will say slave. This slider shows the hand unit's focus position. This is indicated with an F, showing it is linked to the focus wheel. The I indicates your iris control, which is located here on the FIZ unit. The Z indicates your zoom control, which is located here on the FIZ unit. Instead of a visual slider, your position on the iris and zoom control are given in a number. This scale is from 0 to 999. This number indicates the torque level being supplied to your motors. 30% is low, 60 is medium, and 90% is high. This unit has quite high powered motors. You do not need to exceed the low setting for use with most lenses. These numbers indicate the motor number which you have mapped to each function, focus, iris and zoom. This letter shows the current wireless range of the system. H is for high, M for medium, and L for low. Tilta states that keeping your range at medium will generally give you the most stable connection. These indicate the wireless channel number. There are up to 15 possible channels. If you are having stability issues, try changing to a different channel to gain a better connection. This S is an indicator of your current zoom speed setting. This ranges from 1 to 100. This shows if your FIZ controller is locked or unlocked. To use the lock function, press and hold the function button on the side of your FIZ unit. To unlock it, press and hold the button again. Now let's look at the displays on each motor. To power on your motor, hold the power button for 2 seconds. This letter shows the current wireless range setting of your motor. This indicates the current wireless channel. This shows which motor number you have assigned to this motor. This shows the current torque setting. Now let's look at the displays on the hand grips. When you've inserted the supplied batteries into the hand grips, hold the record button to power them on. This shows the current voltage of your hand grips batteries. This indicates the hand grips wireless setting. This shows your current wireless channel. The K indicates the knob on the front of your hand grips and the J indicates the joystick settings. This shows a position readout of your hand grips knob or joystick. When you do not have your hand grips in A/B mode, it will indicate it is free, meaning you have full range of your lens. This number indicates the current motor you have assigned to your hand grips knob or joystick. Now let's run through how to sync your motors. Firstly, you need to set up your wireless settings and channel number. Hit the menu button to open up the FIZ unit's menu. Then hit enter to open the wireless menu. Navigate to the 2.4G tab and open this. Here you can cycle through your chosen wireless settings by hitting enter. then using the up and down arrows to choose your wireless channel. Hit Menu to confirm your settings. You now need to choose which motor number you wish to map to each part of your FIZ unit. To set up your focus motor number, open the menu, then open the motor settings, choose the focus tab, click the sync option, and then assign this to motor 1. Now you must make sure your desired motor is set to the same number. Open up the motor menu by double-clicking the menu button. Use the up and down arrows to select the motor setting. Here you can change your motor number. To sync this to your FIZ unit, make sure your channel number and wireless range are the same on your motor as on your FIZ unit. You now need to sync your Iris motor to your FIZ unit. To do this, open up the menu, enter the motor tab and select Iris. Now select the sync option and assign it to motor 2. Now make sure your Iris motor is assigned to the same number. The only difference in syncing your second motor is to make sure your wireless channel number is different to motor 1. This is so the FIZ unit is only wirelessly communicating with one motor, which then sends the rest of the signal information through the wired connection. Syncing the hand grips to the motors requires the same process. You just need to match each knob number to your desired motor. So for your focus, that would be motor 1, and your knob number would also be 1. To adjust and match these settings, double-click the menu button on the hand grip. Here you can scroll through and change your wireless information and your knob number to match your desired motor. To switch between controlling your motors from your FIZ unit to your hand grips, double-click the function button on your FIZ. Do this again to switch back. In a firmware upgrade, Tilta have added an easy syncing mode to this system. To activate easy mode, you need to start by holding down the up and down arrows of your focus motor. This mode will auto-assign your channels and motor numbers for you. So if you start with this motor, it will auto-assign it to be motor 1, which will be mapped to your focus wheel on your FIZ unit. If you're syncing up the hand grips as well, you need to do the same process. Hold down both buttons on the hand grips, starting with the grip which you want to be mapped to motor 1, and do the same to your other hand grip. Finally, you action this syncing process by using the FIZ unit. Simply hold down the up and down arrows on the controller. This brings up the EZ menu. Here, you can cycle through your chosen wireless channel using the up and down arrows. Click Enter to start searching for your signals. Your FIZ must be very close to each unit to find the signal, so make sure you're doing this within a meter of your motors and hand grips. Now we have set the system up and understand how to sync it together, let's look at how to calibrate the motors and some of the other functions of the kit. To calibrate your motors, simply hold the Cal button on the side of the FIZ unit. This will perform a calibration of all of your currently synced motors. When a motor is calibrating, the LED will change from white to flashing red. To calibrate them individually, hold down the down arrow, marked with Cal, on the motor. To place markers along your FIZ unit's focus range, simply double-click the Mark button. You can add up to 10 separate marks at one time. To delete a mark, double-click the Delete button on your FIZ. You can also create a focus range within your lens. To create your range, find your starting point and hold down the Mark button on your FIZ. Move your focus range to the desired endpoint and let go of the Mark button. Your focus wheel will now be remapped to this range for more precise work. To undo this, hold the Delete button. You can also set up a focus range on your hand grips. To do this, double tap the AB button on the front of your hand grip. A green LED will start to flash, showing you have set the first point. Now scroll to the end of your desired range and double click the AB button. Your LED will go fully green here to show you have an AB range set up. To reset, double click the AB button. For any questions about this item, or any from our store, contact the Kitroom.